What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Revit video. In this video we'll be covering sweep blends. I'm in a basic, generic, out of the box family. Nothing special here, but in the create tab you can see swept blend. It's basically a blend and a sweep together. This is really fun. You're gonna get some crazy looking results, and because of that I don't use it a lot. You know, it's it's very specific to what you want, and it's gonna look kind of weird. Not a lot of places I use it, but you can get lots of nice looking results from this. So let's jump right into this. A swept blend. As soon as I click on that, I'm basically, imagine that you are making a sweep as well as a blend. So every property that you're gonna have to take care of is both in a sweep and a blend. So I'd recommend going back to watch. I've got a sweep and a blend video that I did previously. Definitely go watch those first, but because the same principles are going to apply, we're just putting them together. So it is fun. It's a lot of fun, and it is kind of crazy, and it will get crazy, but it's just the nature of what it is. So again, if you remember to sweep, and I'll try and relate back to one or the other based on the property that we're messing with, but if you remember back from the sweeps, we need to actually sketch a path, or we can pick a path. But I'm in a generic family, so there's nothing to pick. So I'll just pick a path. So I'm going to choose just to draw a line here. So immediately we can see that we've got profiles that we need to draw on either end. Whereas in a sweep, if you remember from the sweep video, we could only draw one, and then it would show up in the middle of the line that I chose to be my path. Whereas now I have profiles on either end. So that's something similar to a blend. If you go back to the blend video, you could see that you have the option of a top and a bottom profile. So once I do that, I can hit check, and now I need to choose my profiles. Things could start getting crazy because you could add some ridiculous profiles here if you want. I don't have any profiles here because, again, I'm in a generic project, or generic family project. So I'll choose select profile 1, and you can see which one is profile 1 and which one is 2 based on which is highlighted. You see the blues there is highlighted. So I go back to select 1, and I'll edit the profile. It's going to ask me to change my work plane. I will change to a left view, so now I'm looking straight on at my path, and my profile here is where I'll draw it on the work plane. So let's go ahead and just draw something weird, just like this. That will work. Perfect. Once I do that, I can go, we can better see this in 3D. I can see that my sweep now, the line is sketched there, and then my profile 1 is right there, and I can select my profile 2, and I will go back to my left view and draw the same thing, or I will draw another profile, select profile 2, edit, and let's go ahead and draw something here. And again, these can overlap because it's going to blend together. So once I do that, I'll go in 3D, and we can see that we've got that, and let's see the result. Once I click that, you can see that these two profiles are perfectly blended together across the sweep. And now this looks, very similar to just a simple blend because I have a straight line that I've used as my path. So let's change that up a bit. So I'm going to go back into my path. I will go to my plan view right there, and let's just delete that. But now let's go ahead and I will set my work plane again to my, oh, that's right. I will go to the front view, and let's change this up. I don't necessarily want it to be completely straight, just like that, so I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to start drawing some weird looking lines here, and it's going to keep following these weird lines just like that. I can hit OK, but it's saying, you can't use more than one curve. Well, okay, that makes sense. So maybe what we want to do in this case is just simply curve it. I can choose this, and I can curve it like that. And again, it's going to keep my profiles, and if I look at it in 3D, I've got both of my profiles that show up on either end of that blend, and as soon as I hit accept, you can see that blend is now populated across the entire sweep. And this looks absolutely stupid, and that's just because it is. I mean, it is the nature of what this tool is. I can double click the profile here. It's nice in 3D. I can change all of this myself. I can make this just a simple polygon there. Change this to a circle maybe. Just like that. And we can get our result. Our nice blend. Looks kind of weird, but it's just the way it is. There's not a whole lot to this. I would caution you on making some ridiculous different profiles, because like you've seen in other modeling videos, is you have pieces of one profile crossing to another one and overlapping. Revit will immediately give you an error. You have the option of editing these vertices, and we saw this in the blend video, where you can twist these and make things a bit more dramatic if you want. Twist left, twist right. You can make it much more dramatic. I don't necessarily need to do that, but in this case, you know, it does look kind of interesting to have this twisted even more. Really, that's going to be it. I'm going to make an example of this in my project, so I'll go ahead and File, New, and I'll just make a new project. Architectural template, that's fine. I'll go to 3D, and let's go ahead and just make a basic generic model. Doesn't need to be anything specific. Generic model, that's fine. We'll go to Sweep Blend, and I will sketch my path. And let's go ahead and make some kind of weird path, you know, rounded path again, just like that. Perfect. But now instead, I'm in a project, so I have, so select profile 1. I have all these different profiles to choose from because I'm in just an out-of-the-box project. So I can't tell you where you might use a couple of these profiles, but I want to just show you what it might look like when I blend a couple of these together. So let's go ahead and choose one of them, a gutter profile, and then I'll choose the second one as this form deck, and I'll accept, and it doesn't work because it's likely because the profile of this is too ridiculous. But one way I might, actually that's exactly why it didn't work. So there's no closed loop in this profile there, so we would need something different. But I would say a good example of where you might use something like this in your actual project would be to maybe if you had this gutter profile change. So I've got a 4-inch there on this side, and if I come over here to one, I've got a 6-inch. So let's see if this blend actually works. Look at that. Now that works nicely. And so what is happening? So I've started it at this one end of this curve of this sweep, and I've got this 4-inch gutter profile. And as it tracks across this sweep, it becomes a 6-inch profile. Now that's nice because, you know, obviously this is not how it would be manufactured, but for the sake of, you know, a project and making things look right, at some point, maybe in the middle, you would change from a 4 to a 6. I don't know. But that's how you could probably better use this in your project as opposed to some crazy geometry that you make. Now, if you have a sculpture or just need something weird model in your project, this is probably the best tool to use, the Swept Blend, because it's capturing both the sweep and the blend tool. So that's going to do it for the Sweep Blend tool. Not something I use all that much, but still can be helpful in niche circumstances, can create some fun stuff. If you lasted this long, you rock. Definitely glad you did. Also, if you learned something at any point in this video, do demolish that like button. It really helps. Also, change the phase of that subscribe button to existing. That always helps as well. If you have any suggestions on videos that you'd like to see, or if you have any questions about swept blends or anything like that, leave them in the comment section below. I will get to all of them. I sure hope to see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.